Hey everybody, it's October 8th, and movie number 8 for this Horror Movie Marathon Fest 2016 is The Purge. It's the original. I saw this in the theater when it first came out, and I have not seen it since. It came out in 2013. Seems like it was further back than that, but only 3 years ago. Excuse me while I grab my phone here so I can look at people's names. Um, so, The Purge, if anybody doesn't know, uh, it's about this. The new founding fathers of America have started this thing called the Purge, where one night a year for 12 hours, all crime is legal, including murder. I forgot there were a few restrictions that they mention as the Purge starts. There's an emergency broadcast. Uh, Something like only weapons of level 4 and below, something like that, I think. And then government officials of level 10 are off limits. But other than that, you can basically do anything you want for 12 hours. And apparently, this has decreased unemployment to 1%. It has violence in the country is at a record low, except on Purge night, of course. So, the Purge, and we follow this family, the Sandines. Ethan Hawke plays the father. Lena Headey is the mother. They have a daughter and a son, and they're rich white folks living in a secured neighborhood, and they lock down their house, but their son sees this guy running down the street screaming for help, and he opens up their house, lets this guy in. They lock down the house again, but then this group of people show up and they say, hey, we were hunting that guy. Send him back out, or we're coming in, and we're not just going to kill him, but we're going to kill your family. And then the action starts. There's a few other things going on, but of course I'm not going to get into it, just in case there's anyone out there who hasn't seen this movie. Um, so I like this movie. I liked it enough when I saw it in the theater that as soon as it came out on Blu-ray, I picked it up. Um, and I'll tell you right now, I have not seen the other two movies. So that's my little plan. They got derailed yesterday, so I started today. I'm watching The Purge. Obviously, watched The Purge tonight. Tomorrow, I'm watching Purge Anarchy for the first time. And then Monday, I'll be watching Purge Election Year, which just came out on Blu-ray and DVD. And I picked it up, so hopefully it's good. Um, but and I've heard stuff about those, but all I have to go on right now is this. So I'm not sure how it's going to tie in. I don't know if there are going to be things picked up from this movie, um, because there are some interesting things. Uh, at the end of the movie, as the end credits are rolling, we're hearing a news broadcast, um, and people talking about the Purge. And one of the things they say is this was the most successful Purge so far. And that immediately makes me wonder what constitutes a successful Purge. How would you know that immediately? I could see 6 months down the road, if you look at, unemployment dropped to 0.5%, and violent crime is down even more. But how would you know immediately that this was the most successful Purge? Does it have to do with body count? I mean, I don't know. And maybe this is something that will be addressed in the other two movies. I can't say. Um, but so I thought that was interesting. I don't recall. I don't know if I never realized or simply forgot what a pompous ass Hawke's character is. He is the epitome, it seems to me, of white privilege. He just has this smug, we're rich, we're successful, we're perfect kind of attitude. Um, and he's all about being the number one salesman. He sells these security systems for the Purge, um, and he's all about being number one. But it's a team effort. But he's feeling it in here that it's all about him. He sits down with his family, and they have these apparently this dinner time ritual where they go around and talk about their day, and everything's got to be very perfect, it seems. And I don't know, he comes off. It's a great job by Ethan Hawke because he comes off as just very privileged and entitled. That's the word I'm looking for. He just seems to feel that he deserves all, and maybe he worked very hard for all of this, but that doesn't mean you have to have that attitude, that entitled attitude. Maybe I'm wrong, but um, I like, of course, Lena Headey and the actors that play their kids. Mac Burkholder plays their son. Adelaide Kane plays their daughter. They both do a fine job. Um, the Bloody Stranger is what he's called in the credits. The guy that Ethan Hawke's son lets into the house looked incredibly familiar, more so than just from the fact that I saw this movie 3 years ago. So of course I had to look him up on IMDb. I'm not sure if I should admit where I recognized him from, but I'm going to do it. What the hell do I care? He was on Cougar Town. 7 episodes of Cougar Town. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly who that is. That's Edwin Hodge, who plays the Bloody Stranger. And he does a good job, and I think it allows for Ethan Hawke's character to redeem himself a bit. I mean, he is sort of he's the catalyst for what goes on, and then he's also the catalyst for some growth for a privileged, entitled Ethan Hawke's character. I don't want to say Ethan Hawke. He could be the nicest guy in the world. I don't know. It's his character I'm talking about. And then you have the character known as Polite Leader, who's played by Reese Wakefield. This guy, perfect for this role. He has that look. He plays the polite, charming sociopath to a T. Just absolutely, I love his character. Because he's just so smooth and charming and cold-blooded. Man, just he'll kill somebody without even blinking. Just a great performance by Reese Wakefield. I love it. And then you have all the others. And I like this movie. I actually know some people who aren't a huge fan of this. Maybe they're just not a fan of home invasion movies, which is essentially what this is. But it's creepy. The masks that the killers, the purgers, wear are nice and creepy. And we've seen a lot of these home invasion movies, or a lot of, I suppose, other types of movies where people are wearing these weird, creepy masks. But the masks in this movie in particular, just because of the smiles on these masks, just so creepy. They're really nice. Some rather iconic images, particularly with the female purgers, and not because it's not sexualized in any way. It's just these they're wearing these very nice white. I guess they're dresses. They almost look like old-fashioned nightgowns, just very long white, but just, and then they have the creepy mask on, and there's the image of the one just kind of swinging on a rope swing in the backyard. It's creepy, and then the one skipping down the hallway. So you've got this woman, long white dress / nightgown, whatever it is, with this creepy smiley face mask on, and 2 machetes in her hand, just skipping down the hallway. A great image. The violence is well done. It's kind of a weird thing to say, I suppose. One stunt in particular, in the I'll just say it's in the game room. Wow. Sometimes you see a stunt or something that looks painful. And I'm not going to say which one it is in this movie, but I'd compare it to, if you've ever seen Dawn of the Dead, the remake, at the beginning, when the zombie, I think it's the husband, comes charging through the bathroom and just slams. I think it's the wife that gets slammed into the bathtub, and it just looks painful because she just hits that tub so hard. And there's something similar to that in here that just looks, my God, it hurt me just looking at it. But anyway, so that's it. I mean, that's The Purge. I really enjoy this movie, and I'm looking forward to watching the other two. I hear the second one is the best. We'll see what I think. We'll all find out tomorrow. But that's it for October 8th, correct? Got to look at the date down there. I know I just said it too. It all starts to run together. So October 8th, Horror Movie Marathon of Fest 2016, The Purge. That's it, and I'll see you tomorrow.